Ooh.
What's that?
It's only me reminding you to follow us on Spotify and subscribe on YouTube.
Wax on, wax off.
Cigarettes.
Excellent.
Hello, and welcome, Midlifers. We are your hosts, Fons
And Mez.
and this is your weekly podcast where it's not self-help, but more help yourself to a smorgasbord of nostalgia, laughter, and a deep dive into the past.
And in case you couldn't tell, this is our Halloween themed
Yes.
podcast this week. So we're starting off with then and now Halloween, how it's changed for us in Australia more so over the years. And we're going to rant or rave trick-or-treating, yay or nay. Who did it better battle? Classic scary movies, Nightmare on Elm Street versus Scream.
So who did it better? Let's jump in.
And just for those watching on video, Fons and I have gone to the great effort to get some props. Fons has got a Medusa headpiece and I've got a knife going through my head and it's wobbling as we speak.
And mine's so tight it's going to give me a headache.
And this is actually going to start off our then and now segment because then, back in the 80s when we grew up, Halloween was not a thing at all in Australia. So these props would not have been available here. These prop that I got from Coles for $3. Can you tell it's that cheap?
It does. It's a wife. It's a knife that does wobble.
It does wobble and it's kinked on. It looks like it's broken and it goes out the one side. And
it means you got a hard head. You broke the knife.
It'd be hard to stab me in the head. It just was not a thing.
Well, it was. I remember Halloween being something we wished we had. We would watch movies and TV shows of Americans celebrating Halloween.
Yeah, so we always had the Halloween specials. It was a big thing in the movies.
There's always we'd watch people do trick or treating. And sounds like, and I remember my parents would always say, "It's not what we do in Australia."
Yes. My brother still won't celebrate it because it's like it's American thing. I'm like, just get
sounds
in
like
there,
my
get
parents.
involved. Yeah.
Because that's what they would say. It's an American thing.
Yeah.
We don't do that. And we'd have like one trick or treater.
So I was about to ask, when did you start getting trick or treaters? We never had them growing up.
We had them in my very first house that I lived in, and it'd just be one.
Really?
And I remember once, like, we had nothing, so my parents gave them muesli bars.
Yes, yeah. I think that's what because we never had it growing up. And I feel like when we first moved to the house 15 years ago, maybe not even the first 1 or 2 years, maybe like third year, whatever, we started to getting like, say, 2. And we had nothing as well. So we just give them whatever. I don't even think it was
You're
music
a
bars.
wog, the Copico chocolates from the lollies from your nana, your nonna.
And then I think, the next year we bought some stuff, but then no one came the next year, so we just ended up eating it all.
It was so touch and go.
Yes, yeah.
Because now, like, because it was fun and we missed out, I know for me, I want my kids to get involved in that. I want them to dress up. And I went trick-or-treating for the first time last year with my kids. It was so fun.
We'll leave some of the trick-or-treating for our next segment,
yes, I
Rant or
will.
Rave. But I will say my kids love Halloween to the point that, say in February, they'll start talking about their costumes for Halloween.
Really?
Yes, they love it because they get the lollies. And they've actually gotten I call it candy now. I'm so Americanized.
I know. I started calling candy too.
It's from the kids who watch YouTube and whatever.
Yeah.
And I used to tell them off saying, in Australia, we say lollies, we don't say candy, but now I say candy.
I've caught myself saying candy and I've had to correct myself saying, nope, lollies. We say lollies.
Comes naturally now.
Yes.
Yes, so because they love it and they talk about it so much, so they will start planning their outfits early. And I'm trying to think, when did the shops start coming on board with it? Obviously, similar to the early Christmas decorations and Christmas, like, the shops are all about making money.
I have
when
to
did they jump on board?
say, I believe this year they've gone all out with Halloween, especially Kmart, because it's got the interactive little statues. I only know it because my daughter gets so scared because they're the same height as her, and she'll walk past and she's like, ah!
No, but they've been around for a while. Those.
I never noticed.
I'll tell
Maybe
you.
because it's my daughter.
Okay, yes, because my kids have been into Halloween for a long time. So I feel like Kmart, even Coles and Woolies and stuff have jumped on board probably the past 5 years. They've had the stuff. So, oh my God, this thing just keeps, sorry for my wobbly knife. So, yeah, I think maybe 10 years ago when we started trick-or-treating or started getting the costumes, there was definitely less and wouldn't be like at Woolies and Coles. It'd probably be like, the $2 stores.
Yeah.
They have the little Halloween buckets. Very limited. So every year it's more and more. And then the houses as well, decorated.
Yes, do you
down the
decorate?
street. I have in the past, but like similar vein to this knife where it's like a cheap prop. I've got this skeleton that I put out. I did do cobwebs once. That's about the gist of it.
But is that because you've got kids that you've decided to decorate?
Yeah. If I didn't have kids, to be honest, would I think much of Halloween at the moment? No, because I don't think I would start.
If you didn't have kids, though, you'd probably go to Halloween parties as an adult.
Maybe. So that makes me think of one of your friends, Sonia.
Oh, yeah.
She always goes all out.
Well, that's for
Halloween.
Book Week.
No, she does it for Halloween. I've seen her do Halloween things.
But
and she does all out with her costumes.
makeup.
Yes.
Shout out to you, Sonia.
Yes,
But
I've always appreciated that.
Before kids, I had a friend, Kim. She would have a Halloween party.
Have you ever gone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's why she's my friend.
Yeah.
Hello, Kim. But she would have Halloween parties and I would use, old dresses that I had to make up costumes.
Yes.
And join it. It was fun.
Yeah. It is fun. So, yeah, you're right. If we didn't have kids, maybe I would start jumping on board the Halloween parties.
Yeah.
And that sort of thing.
Hook up with a guy in a scream mask.
Not realize what he looks like. They'd be like,
you and your wobbly knife. Him with his plastic mask. Hot. But you know what I know about Halloween? And I've known this from the past. So before kids used to go to Halloween parties and single women would dress sexy. What? I remember there was a specific group and they would dress like hot, like sexy. And I never did. I scared someone by accident. So my friend Halloween Kimmy and we went to a hen's party on Halloween and it was a Halloween theme and we dressed up as bridesmaids.
Yep.
Murdered bridesmaids.
Yeah.
And we walked past a group of people and they got scared, like, oh, we can't look at you.
Oh.
And like, oh, okay.
Okay. So you're just totally scary around
went
the
with
sexy
the thing.
out.
Yeah, we're definitely never ever sexy with Halloween.
But it's weird. Like, why is it because I do see the women's costumes and like often, it's it'll be like the sexy nurse. Like ones that aren't necessarily Halloween, but sexy. But then you've got the sexy Halloween ones as well.
Yeah.
I don't see the men getting sexy. Why is it the women have to? Yeah. But
Anyway.
yeah, I do get it. It's odd with the sexy stuff. But yeah, I'd probably go, I can't be bothered being sexy. Come on.
Oh my God, not now. Now it's all about the fun.
Yeah.
And all about
it's kind of like unleashing your inner child, I reckon. Yeah.
And making sure your kids embrace that part of their childhood too.
Yeah. I know that my brother still poo-poos it, so I actually go, my niece and nephew come with us trick-or-treating because it's a bit of fun. Yeah, I love that we're getting more into it.
Can I add on to that as well? In the area that I live, I don't know about your area, but the local shopping centres are joining in Halloween. So on the day of Halloween, there'd be face painting. All the shops would give out lollies and things to the kids, and it's a real community spirit.
Yeah. I'll put your... Again, I'm going to get to that next segment.
Okay.
Hold your horses.
Okay.
Hold.
I'm holding.
Hold. Thanks so much.
There. Rant, rave, rant or rave.
Unleash your horses, fun.
Oh, the horse is unleashed. So we are today ranting and or raving trick-or-treating, trick-or-treating culture.
Okay, so on the back of what you just said about the shopping centres, when I was doing some notes on this segment, I do recall actually my daughter doing one at our local shopping centre. I feel like that sort of coincided with the end of lockdown.
Okay.
And so it was like sort of to get the kids out again. Yes, the shops would, I think they were like any shops that were interested, they would sign up and then give sheets to the kids and they came back with a huge stash of lollies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing that I love and I will totally rave about Halloween is a sense of community spirit.
Yes.
So in our area, every year it's gotten bigger and bigger, and for about 2 to 3 hours, our streets are flooded with kids and families, kids off their devices, neighbours talking to each other, just friendly, fun, and just nice. It's an interaction.
Yes.
That reminds me of the
also-
80s. Like, it's so
but
nice.
it's community and also like commenting on other people's efforts on their
Yes.
costumes.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is
It really
beautiful.
is. It's beautiful in a horrific way.
No. And my daughter, my youngest, 2 years ago, they had, because you got the houses that they just put the candy out there.
Yep. Lollies.
Candy. Sorry. Lollies. Yeah. And there's a signifier now. If there didn't used to be, maybe 5 years ago, you weren't sure if people do trick-or-treating or not. You go up to each house. But now, if they have Halloween decorations, it means
Yes.
they're celebrating Halloween and they'll have lollies for you. Otherwise, we don't bother knocking on their doors.
That's what I've learned too.
Yes.
If they've got decorations, you go.
Yes, but before there was a
No,
unknown.
you go on to trick or treat.
Yes, yeah, to
You
everyone.
get a trick.
Yeah.
Never did.
So there are some houses in our area. There's two in particular. The families go all out, American style. They'll do out the front. They have the scary mannequins, and the families get dressed up. It's really cool.
Wow.
But one of them was dressed up as a clown, like not quite it, but like a creepy clown. And she'd look at my daughter like that.
Oh, come on, calm down, lady.
No, I thought it's hilarious. My
Oh.
daughter, I was laughing. My daughter's there screaming her head off. I'm like, it's funny. It's funny.
It's funny scarring you in your childhood.
So I love it.
I love it too. I love the novelty of it because it is a novelty for me because my kids are quite young. So we started getting into it last year. And it just it's not as much in my community neighborhood as it is in yours, but it's starting. So we would drive around to the houses.
Yeah, yep.
And they get their lollies and chocolates and this and that. Seeing the joy in their faces. That's
Yes.
fun. Isn't that beautiful?
It is beautiful. So much fun. And we sort of all do it together. Now my eldest is, she's going to go, I think, this year with her cousin. And my son, he said he just wants to ride around on his bike. So we'll be seeing him around the block. So they started to do their own thing. And I've still got the youngest and my niece and nephew. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's like a nice little memory that they're going to carry.
That's right.
And I said they look forward to it all year round. My ranting about it is the cost sometimes. So I've now said, because we've got book week,
Yes.
probably a month or so beforehand. So I said, I'm only going to buy you one costume. So usually I do a book week costume. I said, if you want Halloween, buy it yourself. But now my
good one.
daughter, what she did this year, she's Little Red Riding Hood. So she's just going to bloody it up
Yeah.
for Halloween.
You
Two
can
in one.
bloody up any costume.
Yeah. You can.
Yeah.
And I do like the old school, sheet over the eyes. And it's funny because you'll see, as a parent, I don't usually get dressed up.
Uh-huh.
But last year I found this creepy mask, so I wore it. But because I'm just wearing my everyday thing, it just looked like how this looks, which is just dodgy. Like,
Do you know
you're
what
kind
you
of half
should wear
trying.
this year?
Tell me.
One of those beauty masks, the sheet masks.
The LED
Just
mask.
wear that LED or just the regular
the
sheet mask.
Could be
That's scary.
half dripping off.
I walked around my house with the sheet mask. I didn't tell anyone, not my kids, my husband, nothing. And my daughter screamed.
It is creepy. Because even not the sheet mask, even the clay mask, because like it all crackles up.
yeah.
I've done that when my youngest was younger. Yeah, she'd be like, it's just me. And I have bits of clay falling off.
I'm just if ranting, like the pressure of it, I guess.
Okay.
Not that I feel it, but if you're not up for it, you have to go out. It's another thing you have to do.
Yeah.
Not that I truly believe in that, but I'm sure there are people out there who would
will
feel
probably
that
feel it.
way.
Yeah, and maybe if it is a thing of like, if you feel like you have to decorate your house and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I could see that. But I'm like you, I don't feel the pressure for this one. This one for me is just all fun. My ranting about it is the amount of candy, amount of lollies that they have.
Lollies.
Sorry. The amount of lollies that they have is a shitload.
I've thrown
They get
some
so
out.
Many. Oh, okay.
Last week.
My older
I
ones
got
won't
my
let me throw
Halloween
anything
bucket.
out. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, my kids
Yeah,
I
they're
hide
younger,
the-
yeah.
They're little, yeah.
Yeah.
So I looked at they don't eat the like the jelly like lollies.
Yeah.
Like the burgers and stuff. They
I
don't eat
hate
that.
those burgers. My
I
kids
hate
love them. They look so
Artificial.
They so artificial. Yeah.
So I had heaps from last year. So I
Yeah.
just chucked them out. We'll get some new ones now
Yeah.
this year. But for me, Mez, it's a rave. I am loving trick or treat and Halloween culture.
Me too. Rave from me. I love it and look forward to it. And if you see my head wobbling down the street, say hello.
Who did a better battle? Ding ding. This week, who did it better? Nightmare on Elm Street or Scream? Both directed by Wes Craven.
I forgot about that. I know Scream does pay a bit homage to it.
Yeah. So Wes Craven wrote and directed Nightmare on Elm Street, but he only directed Scream.
Okay. Good to know.
So it's really exciting again too because they have the villains, the leading men, the leading mans with a can do, the leading ladies, and a plot, and often a plot twist, which I'm loving.
Yeah. Actually, I can't remember. In doing this, I was going to watch Nightmare on Elm Street again, but didn't get a chance to. So I'm going on my memory from this, but I don't quite remember a plot twist in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Scream probably isn't.
Yeah, okay.
But no, hang on. But I will go into it.
Okay.
When we discuss plot.
Okay.
So let's put our media hats on, sit in our director's chair, and call action. Can we talk about Nightmare on Elm Street first?
Yes.
Okay. So for me, this is in my core memory. It was a time of the 80s where parents let you watch anything without thinking about your age.
What the hell was that about, Mum?
My brother watched Nightmare on Elm Street from a young age.
Yeah.
And
likewise, I think we were even young. We were probably 8 or 9 when we watched it. And I'd be like, because I've got 2 older brothers, I'm like, I'm not scared. But inside, I'd be like, shit. Try not to watch it.
I did not want to watch it.
Yeah.
No, my brother loved it. So I kind of avoided it.
Yeah.
But the villain, Freddy Krueger.
Oh, yeah. Pizzaface.
Ooh, I never thought of him as Pizzaface.
Yeah, melted margarita.
Ooh, God, don't say that's going to turn me off pizza.
There's the gloves with the
claws?
Yes,
The knives.
The knives. And he would scratch the lockers.
And they were saying, what is the metaphor or the symbol of Freddy Krueger? And it's the unconscious fears and the powerlessness. And the leading lady of that was the character Nancy.
Yeah.
Nancy Thompson.
Yeah.
What about Johnny Depp as the leading man?
Yeah. That
was him. Glenn Coco? No, Glenn Lance.
Oh.
It was Glenn Lance.
I did not know that.
Yes.
This is number 1, yeah?
Yeah. Only number 1.
Yeah. Because he got killed. Did he get killed in it?
Yeah, in the bed.
In the bed. He
got sucked in.
Yeah.
And it's like, also we were saying, was there a plot twist? It was the way that people got murdered
in their sleep.
In
their dreams.
Yes.
And that's what, it was cool about it because it's like, the movies where, not that's going to happen in reality, but it's like you do sleep and your dreams are weird and stuff. So it's that idea that, he could come to you through your dreams. And the times in the movies when they're trying not to fall asleep. I just said that'd be impossible for me because I fall asleep everywhere. My husband can attest to this. I love sleep.
Would you ever take, not would you ever take, but could you ever take no-dose? Would you ever take no-dose to try keep awake? Remember they would take no-dose. That's what I remember from the movie.
I remember no-dose.
No-dose and coffee.
Yeah. You can't. The body is conditioned.
It's going to shut down.
Yeah, eventually.
Freddy's going to get you in the end.
Oh, and I love this song. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
But what was amazing was the budget they had to film Nightmare on Elm Street. They had a budget of $1.8 million.
Okay.
They ended up making $57.1 million in the box office.
Oh, wow.
How good is that? What
Very
a profit.
Good. And then there's like the franchise, obviously, that continued. The fact that ever many years later, we're still, he still holds up.
Yeah.
It's iconic.
Still scary. I don't want to watch it still because I still find it scary. Although if I watched it now.
Yeah, I think
I'd be okay.
Yeah, I think we'd be all right.
So teenagers were targeted by Freddy Krueger because
he
was venging their parents.
That's
because they burned him alive, and he's just didn't die. He's in that realm of limbo.
Yeah.
He wants to get those teens.
Yeah.
Don't really hear much from the parents' perspective in that movie.
I know. It's always like
they're the ones that started this. Although wasn't he a bad man to start with?
I think so. Surely it had to.
He was like a murderer to start with, and they burned him alive.
Okay, and then
but still, the parents copped nothing. He should have gone for the parents.
He should have gone for the parents.
Stay away from kids.
Teenagers just living their life, man.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp could have still been around.
He was hot. He was so hot in that movie.
Yeah, the cheekbones. Jawline. Which is funny though. In Scream, Skeet Ulrich looks
yes.
very similar to Johnny Depp.
Yes,
doesn't
I
he?
thought the same thing.
He was going to be like the next big thing. What happened to him? He sort of dissipated.
He disappeared.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just got to turn my page.
Okay.
Go to my Scream page.
Yeah. Well, if we're going to the cast, because we've got Skeet Ulrich and then Nev Campbell, who's like the 90s it girl after
It
Party
girl.
of Five.
Party of Five. She was in the now I've forgotten the word. There's one with that woman one with all the witches.
The Craft.
The Craft. She was in The
Yes,
Craft.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was a cool movie too. So yeah, she was a real 90s
Yes.
icon.
Yes. That sort of disappeared as well. I think
So
she's
she
back.
played Sydney Prescott. And
Hello,
Skeet-
Sydney.
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
And Skeet Ulrich was Billy Loomis.
Mm.
It also had Matthew Lillard in it because I like Matthew Lillard. He was funny.
He was funny, even when at the end when he's stabbed, it's like, and he's drooling. It's like, what are you doing, man?
But I never forget the line, "Leave her alone." Like, oh.
Okay, I don't remember that.
I remember that. But again,
And
I've
Courtney
got some
Cox,
trivia.
Courtney Cox and David Arquette.
yes, yeah. It was a star-studded cast.
Mm.
It also had Rose McGowan
Yes, that's right.
Mm.
Yeah.
and David Arquette.
Yes,
Did you say that?
I did say
Apologies.
That. That's cool.
got
What's your
excited.
trivia?
My trivia is, so you know the villain Ghostface, the mask.
I loved that mask. So.
Wes Craven discovered the mask while scouting film locations in California.
Well, just at a shop or something.
Must have, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So there you go.
Because I was about to say, because Freddy Krueger was scary with his pizza face and the claws.
Yes.
But that mask, the scream face, that's
It
scary.
was simple.
Yeah, it's simple but scary.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love the scream face. I just love the way it starts. Yeah, with Drew Barrymore.
Yes.
And the popcorn, that giant popcorn thing. She wasn't just cooking over the stove and it's like this big foil thing that puffs up.
I don't, like, that didn't come to mind. Her bad wig came to mind. The shit wig.
It was bad.
Can I give you a bit of trivia?
But
I'm so sorry.
That was a great opening scene. Got to say, that was a great opening scene for a
to
movie.
have Drew Barrymore in it. Now, bit of trivia, they forgot to unplug her phone. So when she was calling 911, they forgot about it. So 911 operators, real ones, were hearing her screams.
Oh, really?
And they were puzzled about what was going on the other line.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, next time, if you're filming a film,
Do
unplug the phone. Yeah.
Pop phone.
Come on, props person.
Yeah. But
Yeah, sorry,
that
I
thing
keep interrupting. I really apologize.
I really love the opening scene and the whole thing of, I'm watching you and
So, you got a boyfriend?
Why? You want to ask me out on a date?
Maybe. Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
You never told me your name.
Why do you want to know my name?
I want to know who I'm looking at.
What did you say?
It was creepy.
it was creepy. And I feel like there was a gap from scary movies for a while and Scream sort of reinvigorated it. Like there was the 80s
Agreed.
scary movies and then Nightmare on Elm Street went on to make over 5 perhaps. And, it gets a bit tedious afterwards. Then I feel there's a gap and then Scream burst on with these hot actors. And I like the storyline in that there's a character that talks about who dies in scary movies and
Oh, yeah.
and the fact that he's talking about it in a scary movie and the bit where he's watching it and he's like, get out of the house. And there's killers actually behind him. Like, I don't know what that's called. Where it's not breaking down the fourth wall. It's something where it's self-aware in the movie.
Meta cognition.
Yes. Oh, very good funs.
Thank you.
Yeah. So it's very meta. So I like that about it.
Yes. But also in going with that, the ending where the character Randy remarks that in horror film killers revive for the final scare.
Yeah.
And was it Skeet Ulrich Billy shoots up and they shoot him down.
So true.
That's what I like. It's that meta recognition of
Yes.
what's the word? Predictability.
Yeah. Oh, so good. And I was talking about the homage to
Fromage?
homage to A Nightmare on Elm Street. There's a scene where the principal, played by Henry Winkler, aka
The Fonz.
is in the classroom and there's a janitor there, and the janitor's actually wearing the Freddy Krueger striped jumper. It's a little,
Homage.
Very clever.
Do you remember how Rose McGowan's character got killed
Yes.
in the garage
I'm
door?
always freaking you. I'm always scared when I go to the garage door. But yeah, she tries to climb through the little
the
dog
little
door in the garage door, and then her legs are just
I remember her legs. Gosh, they really horror movies. They really grip your worst nightmares or instill a new nightmare into you.
Yeah, but I've got to say, and I know if there's so many videos and TikToks of it. Why do they always run back into the house or back up to the stairs? Why? Go away.
Yeah.
Go to the public.
Yes. Stay away from the stairs. It's a stairs thing.
Please.
Yeah, and don't get your boobs out. They seem to get their boobs out in horror movies.
But I think in the 80s, there were way more boobs in movies.
Yeah.
Just randomly.
Random boobs.
Random big boobs. Bouncy boobs. And I'll be watching like this, Mama watching. But the very 80s thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. I feel, is that it? Is that our it for our summary?
It. But I just wanted to touch on the plot twist. Okay. How Billy, he was always the boyfriend on the side, and Stu was always with Skeet Ulrich and all that. And they turned out to be the murderers. Yeah.
Double murderers.
It was a plot twist.
It was. Because you never know.
You never know. Don't trust everyone.
Yeah.
I don't trust her with her wobbly knife.
I won't take it out.
So who did it better?
Oh, this is a hard one.
It is hard. I'm going to say, for me and because of my age, I'm going to say Scream because they paid homage to the past.
Yes.
And took the piss.
Yes. Yeah. I think I'm with you, Fonz. I love our Nightmare on Elm Street, and obviously we grew up watching it and getting nightmares from it. But yeah, Scream, I like the modern take of it. Is very clever, paying homage, but taking it to a new level.
Well done. Scream.
That's it for today's show. We hope you've had fun with us.
Thanks for joining in and watching. Don't stare into my eyes.
We hope we'll see you next week, and we hope you enjoy your Halloween. Goodbye.
Stay safe.